What makes Donald Trump's possession of the nuclear codes, command of the U.S. military, withdrawal from the Paris Climate Accord, and attempts to acquire Greenland feel much better to me? On Thursday nights, Donald Trump plays Memory from the musical Cats while sitting at his own members-only Florida country club, slathering ketchup on his burnt-ass steak and being surrounded by friends and fans. Page 6 reported on Friday that guests at Mar-a-Lago have been making it a point to attend dinner on Thursdays because that's when Trump plays his music. The publication was informed by an insider that the former president eats and plays on an iPad, usually from his table. He likes Broadway songs from the 1980s, like Phantom of the Opera and Celine Dion's Titanic. I'll ignore this source because I think they mean my heart will go on. The insider went on to say that Trump also works the room for votes at these DJ gigs, so it doesn't look like he will happily drift off into old man country club DJ land and leave us all alone. This report is especially funny because it reminds me of a hilarious piece of Trump gossip from the book I'll Take Your Questions Now, written by former White House Press Secretary Stephanie Grisham in 2021. To keep him from flying off the handle, Grisham wrote that the Trump White House had a designated music man on staff who would play show tunes for Trump. She also specifically mentioned Memory from Cats. Politico reported that Grisham's ex-boyfriend Max Miller was in charge of music therapy. Insider also has more. A person who worked with Trump and Miller in the White House told Politico that the primary reason he liked calling Miller the music man was that he could kind of hum a couple bars of a song and Max would know what it was or be able to find out in a very short period of time. According to the report, Miller's skills were useful when Trump was in a bad mood. According to Miller, a Trump employee, it would be a good time to have Max come by when Trump was unhappy to check on the order of songs or something, according to Politico. Therefore, it stands to reason that rather than running for president once more, a job that clearly puts Trump under a lot of stress because he doesn't know how to do it, he should focus on doing what he loves, which is playing and listening to schmaltzy music. The next best thing for this man, even if he never ends up in jail for his various crimes, is to remain in that calming Groundhog's Day-like time loop, completely content with his Thursday night DJ gigs and unable to fuck up geopolitics. On the ones and twos, DJ Donnie, I was thinking, have we learned nothing from 4 years of myopic and ideology-driven policies after listening to an interview with a woman who wishes for Donald Trump to become president of the United States once more? The rejection of the Trans-Pacific Partnership by Trump was one of his first acts. This made it possible for China to form its own regional economic partnership in the Pacific and Far East. Later that year, Trump and his Republican colleagues cut corporate and wealthy tax rates and increased federal spending to create a nearly $1 trillion deficit in the federal budget. Trump withdrew the United States from the Iran nuclear agreement the following year, defying advice from advisors. The outcome? Iran is selling Russia military drones that are used to kill Ukrainian civilians and destroy the country's infrastructure, and it now has more enriched uranium than it did at the beginning of his presidency.